The market's insatiable appetite for SUVs appears to be unquenchable, as the SUV segment is currently the second largest in America. Because SUVs are so ubiquitous in driveways, even a person with no background in automobiles could probably name the top-selling models. However, there's always a fascinating SUV that goes unnoticed for every dull mass-market car that sells by the thousands. Despite being among the fastest, toughest, and most distinctive SUVs available, very few people are aware of these vehicles. Hi guys, welcome to Finest Vehicles. Today we will look at the 10 coolest SUVs you've never heard of. Number 10. The SCG Boot. The 2019 SCG Boot is arguably the most peculiar American SUV available right now. Built for desert racing, this machine was developed for competition, and in 2020, SCG entered a factory team in the Baja 1000. Its strangely shaped bodywork and headlights, which give it a spider-like appearance, add to its overall ugly appearance. Putting looks aside, this is among the wildest road-legal SUVs available at the moment. With 650 horsepower, its turbocharged V8 engine is situated at the rear of the vehicle. Although it is designed to be durable, it is still cozy enough to be driven on lengthy road trips through remote areas. Number 9. The Karlmann King. The Karlmann King is the epitome of a showy SUV, designed for those who have way too much money and a need to flaunt it all. This is the most expensive production SUV in the world, with prices starting just under $2 million. It is said to weigh more than 13,000 pounds and is constructed on a Ford F-550 chassis. Naturally, the interior is covered in the most opulent materials imaginable, including quilted leather throughout and, strangely enough, a PlayStation 4 installed as standard. It has a 6.8-liter V10 engine, but its top speed is limited to 87 miles per hour due to its weight. Number 8. The Spyker D12 Peking-to-Paris. Spyker, a Dutch car manufacturer, has a track record of creating excellent vehicles but experienced issues before they were put into production. One such concept is the 2006 D12, which would have been an immediate hit in the market today thanks to its 500 horsepower V12 engine and crazy interior. Regrettably, Spyker was unable to generate sufficient interest in the car to proceed with production because it was too far ahead of its time. Since then, the business has filed for bankruptcy several times, and it's currently unknown if they will ever produce cars again. Number 7. The Toyota Mega Cruiser. The Japanese equivalent of the Hummer, which very few people knew existed and even fewer actually purchased, is the Toyota Mega Cruiser. It is one of the rarest Toyotas ever. Only 133 are believed to have ever been sold. The Mega Cruiser was first developed as a Japanese military truck, but Toyota started selling some to private customers in the 1990s as a result of the SUV boom. Hopefully, we'll soon see Mega Cruisers on US roads, as the earliest models are now old enough to be imported under the 25-year rule. Number 6. The BMW X5 LM. Despite its unassuming appearance, the X5 LM is a remarkable engineering achievement and one of the first real super SUVs ever. It was constructed by BMW's M division and has a 700 horsepower V12 engine, which is the same engine of the McLaren F1. Although the car was never meant for production, BMW built it as a design study, and one is said to still exist today. With 700 horsepower, it is comparable to a modern Ferrari 488, although this SUV is more than 20 years old. This impressive blend of power and utility makes the X5 LM a fascinating milestone in automotive history. Number 5. The Range Rover 6x4 Carmichael. There are many six-wheeled SUVs on the road these days, but they seem to be more of toys for Middle Eastern billionaires than practical vehicles. On the other hand, the Carmichael Range Rover was created primarily as an emergency services vehicle. As a result, the majority of 6x4s were used as work trucks and were scrapped when their useful lives were up. It is nearly impossible to find one of these in existence today because it is believed that only 400 were ever produced in the first place. Number 4. The GAZ M72. Even though the Soviet car manufacturer GAZ is largely unknown outside of Russia, they have a long and illustrious history of producing intriguing vehicles. The M72, an off-road version of their best-selling M20 and unquestionably one of the first SUVs ever made, is one such vehicle. The 1955 launched M72 could carry 5 passengers despite having a 4-wheel drive system modified from a Russian military truck. The car was manufactured in just 4,677 pieces, and it is unknown how many of those remain in existence today. This rarity, along with its historical significance, makes the M72 a coveted collector's item for enthusiasts of vintage automobiles and Soviet engineering. Number 3. The Toyota Land Speed Cruiser. Believe it or not, but this modified Land Cruiser is the fastest SUV in the world. 2017 saw it reach a top speed of 230 miles per hour, all thanks to an amazing 2,000 horsepower engine. Toyota's racing division built the custom chassis, but it was made so that a standard Land Cruiser body shell could be installed on top with very little modification. The world record-breaking vehicle was displayed at the 2016 SEMA show, but understandably it was never made available to the general public. Toyota has never revealed the staggering cost of construction for this ridiculous SUV, but it is undoubtedly high. Number 2. The Audi AI Trail Quattro. Though the AI Trail Quattro may have the appearance of a space buggy, Audi's intention with this vehicle was to develop the next wave of electric off-road vehicles. In 2019, it made its concept debut at the Frankfurt Auto Show. It is purported to be an emission-free car that benefits both the driver and the environment, saving the planet and discovering it at the same time. Although a car this futuristic would never be produced, concepts of this kind frequently serve as sneak peeks at a manufacturer's future design language. It will be interesting to observe how many of these bizarre SUVs' components are eventually put into production. And now, for number 1. The INEOS Grenadier. This vehicle bears a striking resemblance to a Land Rover Defender. When a billionaire British businessman learned that Land Rover was discontinuing the popular Defender model in 2015, he had the idea to create a contemporary version. According to the story, he went to the pub with some of his wealthy friends and invented the Grenadier. It's as close to the original Defender as he could get without being sued by Land Rover, and it's supposedly named after the bar where it was developed. The INEOS Grenadier is now on sale in the United States with a starting price of $86,900. Which one would you like to own? Give your opinion in the comments. Did you enjoy this video? Then please like and subscribe for more of the best new vehicle videos here at Finest Vehicles.